In this video, we're continuing with the sales process. Then at the end of your presentation, your value presentation, make sure you ask for agreement, gain agreement to proceed, gain agreement that they've understood what you're saying, and any other agreement to move it on to the next step in your process. Feeling comfortable is very important. People buy on emotions, which is the what's in it for me. People buy on emotions, and they will later on justify with logic and reason. So talking about the emotional value in your presentation is a very important part. But then you gain the agreement to proceed to the next step. So now we move on to the ask for the business, and it can be as simple as just assuming the business is coming your way, and you say, right, let's move forward with the paperwork. I have the paperwork here ready for you. Let's confirm this now. Assume the business. Have it in your mind that they are going to buy your product or service. Assume the business. That will be the assumptive close. You may wish to use an alternate close. An alternate close is where you give them two options. Would you like me to come over on Thursday or Friday? What day is best for you to take the photographs? Option A or option B? And that gives them the choice of A, B, or even option C. You have three options, but assume that they're going to go ahead, but give them the choice of option A or option B. Another little close which is quite useful is something called the minor point close, where a list of items that you've talked about, it's a very small part of the overall project. If it's, for an example, a photographer would be talking perhaps about sale or setting up a photo shoot for the event or for business photographs, what the photographer might use as the example here for a minor point close is, I will provide you the photos in PNG format so that you can use them on your website and in other documents. Would you like me to provide them in any other format, such as in a JPEG file? When the client then responds, oh yes please, JPEG, that means they've bought. That means they have said yes. It's not then about whether they're going to buy. They have agreed to buy. Now you need to move on and close the deal. The next part in the sales process is the next steps, as I call it. The next steps after you've signed the contract, got them to autograph, put their mark on the, send you a deposit, whatever it is that you do in your process. The next thing to do is to explain the next steps. Tell them what's going to happen next, fully, clearly about what will happen, when it will happen, who will be contacting them, absolutely everything. So you need to list out everything here that is going to happen in this part of the process. Then we talk about the follow-up. The follow-up is the immediate part of the process where you follow up on the sale. You send them a thank you card, you send them a thank you email, you give them a call, have a chat, letting them know how the process is going, you know, what's happening in your follow-up process, the next steps. You give them a call to say, yes, I've sent this off, or it's in the hands of so and so. Let them know what's happening. Keep in contact. This is such an important part of the sales process, part of the sales progression, because this progresses on to more sales. A very, very important part. Keep them informed of what is happening. In the follow-up stage, we then have something that I call the customer care plan. This is where we are looking to maintain and develop that customer and turn them into champions. We need to keep them, as I say, informed of what's happening. But what else are you doing? Are you identifying where these great customers are coming from? Are you identifying what other needs that they may have? Are you looking at other ways to help them in the future? Are you giving them long-term follow-up and advice? Build a process, list the steps that you could use, everything you possibly can to develop a customer care plan so that you build a customer care plan so that you can develop that client and turn them into a champion. And when they're a champion, they will be passing on great recommendations, great referrals, great testimonials, giving you more business, calling you for more and more of your product or service, recommending you to their friends, family, and shouting about it on social media. That's what you need to do. Thank them for their business, thank them online, and thank them for their referrals. Build that into your customer care plan, the thank you part for a referral, for a testimonial, whatever it is they give you, build in the thank you part of that. The loop is the final part in the sales process, which will help the progression completely. It can occur at any time in the whole sales process. When the idea is for you to gain agreement to proceed, either by nodding and asking questions, whatever it is you're doing, you're asking them if everything's okay. Have they understood this? Are we okay to go to the next meeting? Are we okay to go to the next step? Whatever it is we're doing, we need to keep a agreement to proceed as we go. This may mean you come up against objections, sales objections, problems handling the sale, problems why they're not proceeding, questions and queries that you cannot answer. This is what I call the sales loop. You go back down the sales process, back 1, 2, 3, 4 steps, and then move forward again, step by step, going through the sales process, helping them out, handling the objections. If the objection is the price, then it's probably because you've not gone deep enough into the value in your value proposal. You need to be very clear and understand as you go through that there is a loop. Don't say no. There's the chance that they will say yes later. You may need to go back into the sales process and repeat the loop. All right? So in summary, we need to build a sales process. That sales process comes from breaking down the steps in the sale, and the best way to do that is to identify those 11 steps within your business, list them out, spend some time on A4 paper, drawing out the questions, listing out the questions, listing out the sales process, drawing out the sales process. Worthwhile spending the time in listing all the questions you could probably do, looking at what your competitors are doing. Go into as much detail as you possibly can on A4. It will help you focus and give you that mental boost so that you are more capable of selling with the right mindset and not being worried about flustering and being nervous. So having a sales process is a very important part. Look at what your industry leaders are doing, look at what your company staff are doing, the successful sales ones, the ones at the top of the list. Successful salespeople, you can learn so much from them. They will not be selling in a pushy, salesy way. They will be selling using their personality, their smile. They will be using the skills. But if you've broken this down into a progression, a sales progression, you can at least understand where you are and you can see what is mapped out. The most important thing is it's a structure. It's a basis to build on. It's a reminder for you to ask the right questions, to be at the right place in the right process at the right time. It's flexible. Don't rely on it, but the more that you know it inside out, upside down, back to front, the more confidence you will have to be able to ask for the business at the right time when you know where you are in the sales process. Remember, it's a progression, a linear progression with a loop, a flexible loop that can help you at any time to bail you out, take you back a step and bring you forward if you come up with any hiccups. I'm here to help. If you've got any questions, give me a call, drop me an email, put comments in the messages below and I will respond to you as quickly as possible. Till next time, bye for now. Now, if you like this video, please do me a favour, like or share it, subscribe, that's always a good one for me, and click the link below to go to my blog for more free information like this. Thanks. See you soon. Bye for now.